Do it again. Holy shit, Joey's back. I can't ask you what episode it is again because you already know.
Wow, no, I don't. What are you talking about?
I guess say 34 again.
33. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Take 2 recording. Apparently, I have mic issues. I'm trying to not blow people's eardrums out, so I'm going to try to stay away from the mic and see if how that goes.
I like the mic has COVID and just back up away from it a little bit. Social distance.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, it was a fun week. How you guys doing?
Great. On episode 30.5.
Yes, you still fucked it up. Oh man. Yeah. So 30.5, as Joey said. Kind of an interesting week. AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. AJ's fucking pissed. Or he was at least Sunday.
I mean, for the ending, yeah. I mean, but that's just me.
He hates Jon Moxley. Let's just...
I mean, I don't hate Jon Moxley. That motherfucker's a motherfucker.
That's hilarious. And so yeah, what else happened this week? Anything else good?
we can go over Forbidden Door real quick and talk a little bit about it. For all those fucking marks that said that this show will not be able to attune to a broader audience and that nobody would be interested in this type of a show. Well, here's what. Here's some stats, because Joey likes fucking stats. Hashtag stat that.
He only likes stats if it's Tua, yeah.
$5 million pay-per-view buys and over $1 million in ticket sales. And they're already talking about doing a potential second show. So for everyone that was like already doubting the show,
Dustin
for sure, and was like, fuck this. No one's gonna want to watch a cross promotion.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's a thing. Like, I feel like doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it does. Like, you get the best people from two very popular companies to wrestle each other that you normally don't get to see.
They're doing the Lord's work here, giving people what they want. But it was a real good show. I was there in attendance, and I was a little hesitant because I heard a lot of chatter of just AEW fans. They were going to like, oh, but I don't know shit about like New Japan. Like, why should I care? I'm only interested in AEW wrestlers, and I only want AEW wrestlers to win. But no, that the crowd was electric. It was hot. It was fire. It was eruption of noise for both promotions, which was great, because it's like you don't want to have your favoritism one over the other. It was great all the way around. So it was a really good show too. I mean, we had a debut, Claudio Castagnoli, the former Cesaro. Sorry, Joey, spoilers, because you're like, oh, I didn't want to watch it, but not know anything about.
Yeah,
I saw this.
I don't know anything about wrestling until the 80s in Memphis or 70s in Memphis. So
no,
I know it's been a while. So, but yes, Cesaro, the former Cesaro, Claudio debut. He fought Zack Sabre Jr., which we thought was gonna be. He showed up, and I thought he was gonna end it in like 3 seconds. He hit him with the uppercut, he hit the neutralizer, and we all thought it was going to be over. But the match kept going. It turned out really fucking good. Some sadder news. The two main events, they kind of ended in a little fizzle. The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match, it ended pretty unexpectedly. We all thought it was probably a botch somewhere towards the end, but it was confirmed that during that match, Adam Cole did suffer a concussion. He didn't get hit with the Rainmaker. He kind of just went down. Jay White came in, hit the Blade Runner on Okada, was pinning either or. He went to go pin Cole. The refs hit 3. Cole was supposed to kick out in that spot. The match was supposed to go on a lot longer. Just pretty unfortunate how everything kind of just fizzled out there at the end.
And I don't care who says that wasn't a good match because of how it ended.
Oh,
They're fucking stupid. Also, AJ, you're fucking stupid because that was the main event. Did you see how loud that? You were in the fucking crowd. I know you heard how fucking loud it was at the beginning of that match. That was the fucking main event. I don't care what you say. That was the fucking main event. That shit was. I don't give a fuck about the match card or Tony Khan or Nick Khan or anybody. I don't give a fuck. That was the main event. The crowd was fucking in it. That was the main event.
Followed by the AEW Interim Championship, Moxley versus Tanahashi. It was a good back and forth match. Moxley ended up winning, which was a little unexpected. It's totally understandable. Moxley, he finally gets to be champion again with a crowd. During all the pandemic, Moxley was champion, so he never got to wrestle with the championship in front of a crowd. Totally understandable. Logically, though, in my terms of thinking, I think it would have been really great if Tanahashi wins. He takes the belt into Japan, goes through the G1, shows it to the audience, gets more people engaged and involved with AEW. And then, they're already translating a lot of the Dynamite shows over there anyways. So it just made more sense. Get a little bit more exposure on an international standpoint. Unfortunately, that's not the end result that we got. And I was really upset with the ending of the show. They used that match to just pivot into them building further into Blood and Guts for this week. Because it was just fucking chaos at the end with JAS and BCC and Claudio and Kingston and Santana Ortiz. It was just too much. Way too much going on, especially for how well I figure how that show ended up turning out to be. The match order and the card I thought was really good. It's just, it just was like, okay, we just had the stellar interpromotional show and you're pivoting so quickly into, the lead into For Blood and Guts for this week. It's just, it left a sour taste in my mouth after, experiencing it's like 5 hours of wrestling between the two, and it's just like kind of fucking, at least for me, it rubbed me the wrong way. But
so looking at the match count of just straight up AEW versus New Japan, like not the matches where the teams were mixed, so like it ended up being 4-2. AEW won 4 matches, and then New Japan won 2 matches. FTR, Pac, Claudio, and Moxley won their matches, and then Will Ospreay and Jay White won their matches. Everything else was like mixed tags and things like that. So
yeah, I think it was a nice balance in my opinion. But yeah, it turned out to be really good. We got an additional buy-in match, which nobody knew about. I didn't know about until the day of.
Oh, well, yeah, we called this. Well, we thought the Swerve and Our Glory match was on the main card. That was moved, and then we got the. What was it? The
Archer versus Camarado was added. So it's whatever. I looked over the Scrum Media call post the Forbidden Door.
Also, everyone hates QT Marshall like really bad.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like that dude pulling that much heat on the pre-show was like, holy shit.
He's just easy to hate, just like Joey.
He looks like he looks like a guy that I would hate.
On the post-media scrum, Ring of Honor, Tony did announce that Ring of Honor is having their next pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor, confirmed for July 23rd. I think it's in Massachusetts.
Somewhere northeast.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. Leading further with Maria Kanellis Bennett. I think that's what she goes by. She did confirm about having her talks with Tony Khan about helping build that women's division and the women's brand in Ring of Honor. said it was a really good conversation. She thinks when Ring of Honor finally gets a re-debut for TV and a TV deal, that hopefully they'll have another conversation to kind of see if she can assist with the direction of the women's division. One good key part is like she's not going to be returning as a in-ring competitor, so this wouldn't conflict with her work with Impact. Even though she's not an in-ring competitor in Impact, her working as a behind-the-scenes personnel shouldn't conflict with her duties in Impact. So, plus Impact is still taped, so unless they go live, shouldn't have any issues. And if they don't have the same day, TV showings or airings. So yeah, I mean that was pretty cool. Going into a little WWE bullshit. We've got the Forbidden Door continued for Cena's return and his 20th anniversary on Monday Night Raw. I thought that motherfucker was not going to show for how much stuff that they were talking and all of the video packages that were being shown. They did before Raw started, he showed up and everybody was clapping for him, and then they never even gave him a countdown of being like, when is Cena coming out to talk? So I was really confused. I really thought he wasn't gonna show up to the show. But like I said, Forbidden Door, Bryan Danielson, Chris Jericho, and Paul White all sent in video messages to Cena congratulating him on the 20-year anniversary, which I thought was pretty funny.
I read that Vince contacted Tony Khan and asked for permission.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was Vince directly. Obviously, it could have been just the PR team. They're like, hey, we would like, the few people to say a few words. Apparently, everyone that they reached out to and for a video message, they got everyone that they wanted. So, I mean, more than what fucking Impact did for Slammiversary. They only had like 3 people, but
yeah, they didn't even ask
Celebration. They had like 20.
Yeah, they didn't even ask Samoa Joe if he wanted to.
Right.
Like if somebody was,
or Jay Lethal, like
that's it. Yes, somebody was talking shit about Joe not doing it, and he like had to go to Twitter and was like, "Yo, I wasn't asked to do it. It wasn't that I did not. I just wasn't asked to do it."
Vance, he probably had it like his paralegal ask Tony or something. Maybe, I don't know.
Moving on.
Had to fucking do it.
Kevin Owens pulled from Raw. He was supposed to have a match with Elias Ezekiel Elrod.
Bro, he's having a mental breakdown, dude.
They were in Texas, so he did take to Twitter and he's like, I just didn't want to go to Texas and be in Texas, which is fair, I guess. But his match with Elias Ezekiel Elrod was a Money in the Bank qualifier, which is pretty funny because they were like, yeah, we're just going to schedule this match for a later time, which hopefully would be for SmackDown tomorrow because Money in the Bank is on this Saturday. So, makes no fucking sense.
They're going to have
match.
They're going to have a match in the parking lot before Money in the Bank.
Before Money in the Bank,
yeah.
I mean, that would make sense. Or just in a dumpster because that shit is garbage. But they continued with the last chance. They still call it the last chance battle royale for the final spot in the men's Money in the Bank, which Riddle won. I don't know how or why they did it because he's already been told that if Roman's champion, he could never have a championship opportunity again. So it doesn't make sense. Becky wins her last chance match. I think the women's match will have one less competitor than the men's because, again, the women's roster is a roster of 10. Way to go, WWE. Some notes from NXT 2.0. Troy Two Dimes was murdered on TV. Troy Two Dimes was...
Wait, what?
Yeah, you heard me too. Troy Two Dimes, Tony D'Angelo's lackey, was released a couple weeks ago due to some policy. We have no clue what that policy was. But that following week, which was pre-taped, he was still on TV. This week, they were live, and they just killed the dude. He's like, he tried to make a move at Tony, apparently, and they're like, sleeping with the fishes. I'm gonna throw him off a bridge.
Fucking concrete shoes.
Yep. So he's dead. Who knows if he'll ever fucking return. Diamond Mine is probably imploding. Next week is the Great American Bash.
Isn't that an old story?
It's a continuation story. They're finally probably paying off. But the Creed brothers will defend the NXT Championship, Tag Team Championship, against Roderick Strong and Damon Kemp, I think is his name. You know, Baby Gable Stevenson. So they're going to fight. Nikita returns, beats Mandy Rose by DQ because Toxic Attraction got involved. Stupid. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But whatever. Valerie Loretta, Bellator fighter, confirmed she has signed an NXT WWE contract. However, in her contract, she will still be fighting for Bellator as well. So who knows? What was that, Joey?
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. So Bellator already went on the record and was like, she's still committed. She's still gonna, finish out her contract. She's still gonna fight. So who knows when? She's been training at the PC for some time now. So we'll kind of see and gauge how much she's gonna be fast tracked or not. As of today, Dustin's favorite because they needed stars. Logan Paul has signed a WWE contract, which is ridiculous. On Raw, Miz did make a mention that him and Logan Paul were supposed to team up again at SummerSlam, but it looks like Logan Paul wants a match with The Miz instead. So we'll kind of see how they're going to build that fucking story out. And at this point, who fucking cares? A Sasha and Naomi update, because we haven't had one in 2 weeks. PW Insider is saying that Naomi and Sasha are still listed internally on the roster. So internally, not, it's not a public information, even though they still have them on the roster page. Conflicting reports between this one and Raj Giri, who originally broke the report that Sasha was released, is doubling down and says Sasha has been released since June 10th, from one of his sources per whatever, I don't know. They said who it was, but I don't give a shit about it.
Is that like the vice president of talent relations? I forgot
something like that
name.
Yeah.
Like she released her.
Yeah.
Maybe I have the authority. Then Vince was like, "Hold up,
maybe
let's try to work it out or something."
Right. So they've had the legal team, because WWE hasn't made a statement about this release. The legal team is trying to smooth things over with the two, mainly because Sasha could just be like, fuck it, I'm out, get me out. But Naomi's wanting to stay, for obvious reasons. Her family's still there. Jimmy's still there, obviously her husband. So they're trying to, I guess, make it as smooth as possible for Naomi to come back with no repercussions, potentially, while Sasha could be like, peace out and leave me the fuck alone.
You'd think that them copyrighting Legit Boss would be something that makes Sasha not want to stay.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah, especially, as soon as she left, right, they were like, well,
right.
We need to fucking copyright this and fucking do this as quickly as possible. It's like,
which is hilariously petty.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, well, you're doing things that make people not stay.
You're doing things to piss people off and then are surprised when they get pissed off.
Cue Pikachu meme.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking.
How are they gonna make money on it, really?
They're not. That's why it's so petty.
All it is just keeping her from it.
Yeah, are they gonna call somebody else the Legit Boss? Are they gonna give that gimmick to
that?
Yeah. Are they gonna give anybody else that gimmick? No, they're just gonna hold it so she can't have it.
Yeah, basically, and then not use it for however long the patent would be for 2 years, let's say, and then be like, oh well, we don't give a shit about this anyways.
Yeah. By that time, she's probably gonna have a new gimmick. If she wrestles again, she'll have a new gimmick somewhere else that's over.
Right. what else we got? Alan Five Angels is done with AEW. His contract was up. They told him that they weren't going to resign him. However, they offered him a pay by appearance, which he also just turned down. He's like, I kind of want to see where my future holds for me in the indies and kind of take my own path and direction. He didn't like being put as on the totem pole as the bottom person for the Dark Order. I mean, dude, you were a jobber. Like, what the fuck did you want? Like, else? Like,
they have numbers. Why don't they just list them in order? Like, I feel like that makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, they did, but it's whatever. I mean, hopefully he finds somewhere and be's the superstar that he wants to be or wrestler he wants to be. So, I mean, good for him. Because when he was found out that his contract was up, he wasn't resigning. He kind of, when your contract expires, a lot of wrestlers black out their social media accounts and their Twitter account. That's what he did. A lot of speculation for Chuck Taylor as well, because he did the same thing, but he also deleted all of his tweets. However, Chuck Taylor did show up on Dynamite this week with Trent and Orange Cassidy. So it's a step in the right direction, but we don't know what's going to happen, mainly because Chuck hasn't been wrestling for a while. Plus, Trent was saying that Roppongi Vice was going to be a tag team full-time. Where does that leave the Best Friends tag team? Is Chuck done, or they're just going to try experimenting, doing other things? We don't know. Omega, a status for him. He had an interview, was talking on AEW Games Twitch live stream. He said if he gets another major setback of injuries like he's currently dealing with, he was pretty contemplating on whether or not he can actually continue to do this, mainly because for him, it's different when a wrestler comes back from an injury. People are excited, they're happy, they're like, oh my god, you're finally back. But for him, there's a set level of expectation for Kenny Omega. Being a top performer, top wrestler, I figured there would be more criticality and more judgment.
Nice word there.
From the fan base on, oh my god, Kenny's back. But he's not the old Kenny. So he's got to take those things into consideration, because he's like, Kenny is probably one of the top 5 ridiculed professional wrestlers ever on Twitter and social media, just because everyone thinks he's boring and he's got a basic moveset. He's the best bout machine for a reason, motherfucker, by the way. So it's like he's trying to tread carefully. But again, he's dealing with like a knee injury, a hip injury, and an elbow, a shoulder, vertigo. So it's like this man's been wrestling with all of these injuries for years now and has still been able to outperform and deliver time and time again. And it's going to be different, I guess you can say. So we'll see what happens.
Is he actually going to be healthy before All Out?
Who knows? Like, he had one surgery, and as soon as he was done with that surgery, he had another surgery. So it's like, we don't know the time of recovery here.
The thing I read worded it like if he has another setback during rehab. So I don't know if he's rehabbing and getting injured, more rehabbing or what.
I don't think that would... I mean, you could injure yourself during rehab, but I just feel like because he's let so many injuries pile up on his body that I'm pretty sure it's just making things so much more difficult for him.
I mean, if you go from a surgery and before you can even heal from that surgery, you're having another surgery already. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't sound good either. Anyway, so...
And then whatever treatments he's doing to deal with the vertigo, it's like, I mean, I don't know how do you deal with vertigo? Like, how do you, like, fix it?
There is I can't think of the name of it.
It's a
kind of technique.
It's a YouTube song that Joey likes a lot.
What? No, there's a technique, I can't think of it. It's called something, and it fixes vertigo temporarily. It makes it
temporarily though.
Yeah.
He's been dealing with vertigo when he was in Japan. Since he was in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, like it'll make it go
yeah.
away for a while, maybe do a match or something, and then go in the back and throw up or something.
He's like, just lobotomize his ass.
Yeah. I always read that I can't remember the year he did the G1 and just went all out. He got hurt a bunch in that. He said that took a year or two off his career.
Yeah. So it's just like, well, like fuck, like that's. I mean, alone in itself, when he said that he's been wrestling with vertigo, is just like, dude, like how the fuck are you even doing that? Like that's just insane.
I wouldn't. I don't trust nobody that much. He's like, I got vertigo and I'm gonna dragon suplex you off the top rope. No.
Bro, imagine him and Claudia win a match.
The all-out match that he had with Christian, which was better than it probably should have been. He gave Christian a one-winged angel off the second rope, and that's how he won the match. It's just like, dude, like, just having someone on your shoulders, and then you climb up, and then doing a move. I don't know, like, it's just crazy, and I think people are really taking advantage of, like, just how good Kenny Omega is. I mean, not advantage, but they just don't appreciate what he's been able to do over the time. But going into Dynamite this week, Orange Cassidy debuted his new song, Jane, from Jefferson Starship, which was his indie song, so he's got it back. That's pretty cool. He beat Ethan Page. Solid match. Jade had a squash match. No surprise. The Ass Boys and Max Caster had a match with Danhausen and two mystery tag partners. He got FTR Hausen, which was pretty dope. Bowen seems to be fully recovered from his knee injury because he got into the ring, did a spot. He hit Austin Gunn with the crutch. They lost the match because of it. Looks like the Acclaimed and the Ass Boys are going to have a feud going forward. But the real kicker is Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn, is choosing to be on the Acclaimed side than his own sons. So
I think it's a fucking work.
I mean, it could have been. Could be.
I think he's going to turn on them and fucking... Then them and the Ass Boys are going to beat them all up, and then the Acclaim's going to beat the fuck out of all of them.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
But then the real nice thing, usually week to week Dynamite is stacked with like 10 matches and a 2-hour show. This time they had 3, and then they dedicated the full hour second half of the show to Blood and Guts, which was nice because obviously you needed to have a lot of time for that match itself.
There's something we can't skip over that happened because of the I feel like how big it was and the magnitude of it. And I mentioned it in the chat. Christian Cage has so much fucking heat right now. It is dumb. Like, I unmuted the stream for that part of it to just hear what he was going to say, and he couldn't fucking talk. Like, it was insane how much. And then whatever he's got going on with Luchasaurus, whatever he told Luchasaurus, and now Luchasaurus is heel and just fucking demolishing people too. This is gonna get Jungle Boy so fucking over.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, everybody loves Jungle Boy already. Whatever this is with Christian and Luchasaurus is just gonna shoot Jungle Boy to the moon. Also, fucking props to Christian for being able to get the heat that he has got over the past couple weeks.
I feel like if anyone else did it, though, I think you probably could get the same heat, only if you were actually good on the mic.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he first brought the point, and he's like, well, it's a good thing your dad is dead, or because he would be so disappointed in you, Jungle Boy, for being such a fucking loser.
Yeah.
And then this week he goes in and he's like,
yeah.
You know what, I've been told that I should apologize for saying, you know, that I wish it was a good thing that your dad was dead. He's like, well, you know what? He's like, I wish your whole family was dead.
Yeah.
Except your mom, because, you know, call me.
He was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry your whole family's not dead, except for your mom. Except for your hot mom or something like that. And it was like, holy fucking shit, dude. Like, and then Luchasaurus fucking comes out, black mask, and all this shit, and just fucking beats the fuck out of Serpentico. Yeah, it was.
Which
He's
is
probably going to be known as Jack Perry now, right?
No, they call him Jack Perry.
I mean,
I mean, like they call him Jungle Boy, but they're going to be like Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Like
JR. No, JR says that and still now.
Still,
yeah.
I mean, that's what he'll actually go by.
No, I think I think he should keep Jungle Boy
It'll be like,
for now, at least.
After he beats Christian, he'll be Jungle Man.
Yeah.
One thing also for noting that I noticed for Forbidden Door, and they did it here for this week, is they've been breaking up the commentary team. So, like, JR is now only being used for main event matches, or like high profile, high upper card matches, not the whole show, because he did come out for Blood and Guts only. And he is going to be on for Rampage. So I think they're testing things out with commentary again, which is pretty good. I mean, for Forbidden Door, they had mostly Taz, Excalibur, and Kevin Kelly. So Joey's going to bust the nut when he listens to the show because he's a Kevin Kelly guy.
Hey, bro, I'm fucking for it. With less JR and less Shivani, fucking count me in.
I like Taz a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Taz is fucking fantastic, and if I'm on top of, like, you could have replaced JR and I get JR doing the main event stuff, whatever, but you could have replaced Shivani and JR with almost anyone, and it'd been like, okay. But to do it with Taz, I mean, it sucks that it's taken this long for them to give it to. I don't know if Taz is permanent or whatever. He should be, but yeah. It's great.
Some names again.
I mean, but I mean, it's not any worse than JR being a pervert on the mic or whatever.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's true.
Yeah,
but yeah, he did say Cesaro during the match.
Oh, did he?
They once say Ruby Riot.
He did say Ruby Riot too when she came down during the Blood and Guts.
That should be the biggest no-no. Like, don't call him by the WWE name. Whatever you do, JR.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think Taz did it. Didn't he? Did Taz do it or JR did it?
No, JR did it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Taz did it.
Taz was the Ruby one.
Taz did the Ruby. JR said Cesaro, which is just hilarious. Just fucking.
Because he's never called Cesaro
Claudio.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's
anything.
Never called a match with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just funny. But the Blood and Guts match was way better this go around than the last one, mainly because the fans obviously help for this situation, for this type of match. The real shitty part, though, was as soon as Santana got in, he did a Uranagi to Daniel Garcia, and completely his leg and knee just buckled from underneath him and probably just tore up his entire knee. And he was done. He was sitting on the side of the cage until they went to a commercial break, and that's when he was able to get taken out of the cage. There's no comment yet on what the situation is, if he suffered a major injury or a mild sprain or whatever, but hopefully nothing too serious. So much blood. Like, Daniel Garcia started bleeding. Blake's favorite, Daddy Magic, whatever his name is, Matt Menard was bleeding. Angelo Parker was just a fucking mess, which was really weird because somehow it was definitely after Santana got hurt. Somehow Angelo Parker ended up outside of the cage, hanging on one of the poles upside down and just bleeding out.
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
And we're all like, how the hell did he get out there? But obviously it's probably because they needed to take someone else out when they took Santana out so that they could even the odds out. And he took the most damage because he took a pile driver on broken glass. They carved his face up with the glass, and he was just bleeding out horribly. So made sense for it to take him out. The end result was Jericho managed to get out of the cage with the help of Ty Conte, unlocking it. He climbs up to the top. Kingston follows him. So does Sammy. Kingston managed to throw Sammy off the cage into like a double stacked tables area, which was the spot that you said someone was going to go through the table.
Yeah, it's immediately whenever they walked out, and I seen that big, because they had it was just a big black box that looked like look out there. I was like, immediately I said, like, somebody's going through that. I don't know who the fuck it is, but somebody's going through it.
Of course,
it's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was tables. It was tables on top. If there was a crash pad underneath it, Sammy went through fucking tables.
Yeah. There's like probably a crash pad at the bottom, but there was at least 2 tables there. Of course, Sammy was going to do it because he gets to take all the crazy high bumps. Claudio comes up, fucking gives Jericho a swing at the top of the cage. And I was like, this man's going to yeet him into the crowd if he really wanted to.
Hey, props to them for using like a structure for the top of the cage and not just having people walk around on fucking chain link fence across the top. I was like, hey, that's pretty fucking smart. You guys know they're going on top. Hey, let's give them some fucking structure on top.
Yeah, they all saw the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. And then Matt Menard went up there. Menard was put in a sharpshooter. And then Kingston put Jericho in whatever his like neck crank submission move is, hoping that someone would tap out. Menard tapped.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Jericho ever did.
Jericho didn't tap. BCC wins. However, Kingston is upset because he doesn't get his taste of revenge. So, yeah. I'm sure this would end up turning into something else.
They seemed friendly-ish on the thing. Has there been any reports come out about Eddie Kingston being hurt?
I have not heard anything.
Because nothing
has been said outside of anything that's happened at Blood and Guts.
I don't know if it was just him, like, I don't know if it was gimmick or if it was for real. But at one point I think it was Claudio tried to help him up, and he told him no. And you can see him wording something about he fucked up his back.
Oh, I mean...
And again, I don't know if it was something in the match or if it was something like actual for real where he got hurt, but...
Yeah, I mean, when you gotta carry a gut like that, I'm sure your back would hurt, so... But whatever, we're not body shaming anybody, Joey. So... Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much.
I also sitting here to us talking about this. I just remembered approximately 2 minutes ago that we had to do Money in the Bank picks. I was like, I looked at the time of us recording. I was like, what else do we got to do this episode? Oh shit, we got to pick Money in the Bank. And I didn't have that. I was like, fuck. Yeah. So. Good week for AEW New Japan. Here we go with another 6-match pay-per-view for WWE with Money in the Bank.
Thanks, Dustin.
These are in no particular order. So are we going to do the men's Money in the Bank match?
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the main event.
Okay, that's listed as number 2 on this fucking thing for some reason.
Why is that probably going to be the main event, AJ?
Because Roman's not defending a title,
like ever.
Yeah. So
AJ, you are the new champion. I don't know if we talked about that at the top of the show after picking. Me, you, and Dustin tied. Adam didn't send a pick in. He is completely red across the board for the past 2 AEW pay-per-views. He hasn't picked anything because he didn't know who the people were.
Joey.
What?
Like I said,
you picked Kingston.
Myself, I got a fucking screenshot. Okay.
There's a typo. Autocorrected.
Dustin, it wasn't a typo. You highlighted your answers.
Fat fingered it.
You took a picture and highlighted the answers.
Anymore. I don't have the note with pen. I didn't notice.
Anyways, so like I said, myself, AJ, and Dustin, we tied with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right, 3 wrong. Joey got 1 more wrong than the rest of us. Those ones that I got wrong, you dumb fucks didn't pick Pac. Ha! fucking morons. I'm the only one that fucking picked
on that one, but
you didn't fucking do it. I'm the only one that picked the bastard because I'm the only one that knows and has faith in that man. Tony Storm lost. Fucking shouldn't have. She shouldn't have. Then Bullet Club lost. Fucking why? Why did fucking Sting win that match? Who knows?
The old fuck keeps winning all the matches.
And then, like I said, AJ picked. If I would have stuck to my instincts, I put Jon Moxley in. If I would have fucking stuck to that, I would have won. But I let AJ's stupid ass talk me into picking Tanahashi.
So persuasive.
Like, it made so much fucking sense. I'm like, dude, he's he's on speed dial with fucking Tony Khan anyways. I was like, oh, he's fucking got the insider scoop. He's gonna be there basically behind the stage from where his seat was. I fucking got this.
I haven't watched that match yet. But I read a lot about how Tanahashi had the crowd like fully behind him.
Oh, 1,000%.
You know, and which is crazy because Moxley's pretty popular. He's like the the Stone Cold of the show or whatever. And Tanahashi had everybody behind him like big time. Thought it was pretty cool.
Because Tanahashi should have fucking won. Everybody there believed he was gonna win.
And then we all continued to breathe with the Switchblade with Jay White winning. Everybody picked that because everybody's fucking smart, okay? And like I said, hey man, not even fucking close. Wasn't even involved in the finish.
My thing, I was going to pick Tanahashi to win because I thought they was going to do AEW wrestler wins the belt, the IWGP belt, and then somebody over there wins the AEW belt.
Hey, we talked about it on the show in one of the episodes you missed too.
But, yeah, okay. But with Jay White just winning that, and I was like, they're not going to take it off him.
Yeah,
if he don't lose, then Moxley's definitely going to win, so.
Yeah, that's, like I said, I put Jon Moxley in first, and then fucking AJ talked me out of it. And he almost didn't let me change my pick, which fucking I should have just let him just not let me change my pick. But yeah, I was the same way. Jay White, and I mean, call me biased or not, I feel like Jay White's one of the best things going in professional wrestling, if not the best thing going in professional wrestling right now. To take that title off him right now would be a fucking mistake. Because dude is on a fucking rocket ship, not only to the moon, he's going past the fucking moon, he's going to another fucking solar system.
Going into Blake's anus.
And then... So it came down to a tiebreaker. It came down to the tiebreaker. AJ had the least with 37 minutes. I had 39. Dustin had 41. We thought that one was going to be a long match. It was not. Obviously,
right. I was right.
I mean, you were closer. You were still wrong, but you were closer.
I was way close.
I mean, yeah, but then you also picked Kingston, so I don't want to hear your shit. Okay.
That was.
I will post the fucking picture on the fucking Facebook page.
I fat fingered it.
Okay.
I don't have the note. I have a Galaxy, whatever. I don't have the note anymore. I don't have the pen.
Moving on to Money in the Bank, because I mean we're all super excited for that, right, guys?
Dustin is. To
start this card, we have a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Oh, the SmackDown Women's Championship is on this card. Holy shit! Singles match for the Raw Women's Championship: Bianca Belair versus Carmella.
Bianca Belair.
Adam comes in. Oh, Carmella for sure. Okay. So I'm assuming Bianca Belair across the board.
Hell yeah.
And then we have the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey versus Natalya. If I pick with my heart and pick Natalya, like, would you guys like shame me for that? Just because
you pick with your heart, you're just probably gonna lose.
At that point, I'm okay with that, just because I don't want to pick Ronda.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'm assuming we're all picking Ronda, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, we spent, Joey, just for some. So we did the picks for Forbidden Door last week. We spent like almost an hour on picks. We spent 45 minutes just talking about
like an hour and 44 minutes.
Yeah, we spent almost an hour talking about the card and the picks and everything. We've been on this one for less than 3 minutes, and we're already fucking bored and done with it. Moving on, we have a singles match for the Intercontinental title's still not here, but we do have the United States Championship with Theory defending against Bobby Lashley.
So for this one, I think is probably the toughest decision to make, mainly because I'm pretty sure we can say Theory is going to fight Cena at SummerSlam. But is it going to be over the United States Championship, or is Theory going to lose and then just be like, well, I'm still better than John Cena? And like, whatever. I don't know. So it's like a really weird spot.
I hate when a main event wrestler who's like feuding for the world title, and then all of a sudden he starts going for a secondary title. Like, why are you doing that? I hate that shit. But is Bobby Lashley going to carry the U.S. title, or is he? This is just to give him something to do.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Theory.
Or to Theory beats him and looks strong when he fights
Cena. Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm thinking too. It's like he needs, even though it's probably not going to be a easy, clean victory for Theory, he needs to build some momentum to fight Cena. I'm picking Theory mainly because Bobby's dogged me in the past.
Yeah.
Joe, you picking Theory too?
Yep.
Dustin?
Yep.
Okay. Looks like
yes,
this was...
for what, Dustin?
This was
Who'd you pick, Blake?
I picked Theory. I said it that way before you guys started on that last tangent. I got Theory as well.
Adam will 100 pick Bobby Lashley.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Then we have...
You could probably be the only one that's right, too.
Probably, yeah. Then we have a tag team match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. We have the Usos versus the Street Profits.
The ones, man.
Yeah.
This is the formula for the Usos whenever they defend at a pay-per-view. If you haven't fucking paid attention for the last 5 years, it seems. If they're in the feud and they're the champions, every week-to-week show, they fucking lose. Every single time. And then they win at the pay-per-view. It's just... the sad truth.
Everybody else got the ones too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dustin?
Rolling a different. Yeah.
And then this should...
Even that dog knows the ones.
And then we get... This should be interesting here. Now we can maybe get a little conversation, a little discourse. Maybe some variety of picks, because for the first part, these first 4 picks mean literally nothing here. We have the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's championship contract. We have Lacey Evans. You guys listening? Take notes. Yep. Lacey Evans versus Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Asuka versus Shotzi versus Becky Lynch.
I bet this is really difficult for Joey.
If I have to type Liv once with my keyboard, I'm hitting someone. With my keyboard.
Adam's gonna say Liv just because. By the
well,
way.
Adam's gonna be fucking wrong anyways. Okay, so let's just fucking call a spade a spade. Just fucking, he's gonna be wrong. Okay.
The star of my women's roster,
Shotzi?
drafted team, Becky Lynch.
Oh, holy shit! Joey picked Becky first, and he's picking her to win the Money in the Bank. What is happening?
Who I think is going to win, not who I want to win.
Dustin?
I'm going to take Raquel.
He's supposed to pick last.
No, AJ is. AJ's the champion.
Bitch. I'm the champion, dumb bitch.
Oh.
Welcome to the show, Joey.
Well, I didn't know.
I'm
Kingston.
What did he say? I didn't hear it.
He called you Fat Finger Kingston. What are they doing with Lacey Evans right now? She like I don't know, they bounce her around and
Nah.
Didn't they like change her gimmick and then change her right back or something?
Yeah, they made her healed and now she's facing it, I think.
Oh, she has the
She flip-flops
all white gimmick then.
Yeah. Are they going to give it to Becky again right now?
I would say it's got to be Asuka if it's not Becky.
I'm between three people. I'm between Becky, Asuka, and Alexa. But I don't think they're going to give it to Alexa because she's probably stuck in a stupid-ass fucking tag team with Liv.
Joey likes that tag team.
I'm going to take Asuka.
I would
say this. I want to pick Alexa if it wasn't for her being in whatever stupid, probably fucking tag team with Liv. I would pick Alexa.
I wish they just dropped the tag team women's division.
Yeah.
Why is that, Joey?
They don't have enough tag teams. If you don't have enough women to make a full Money in the Bank.
Their tag team division was doomed when they released one of the only fucking actual women tag teams that they had. For no reason, when they released the Iconics. Like, legit, grew up, best friends, made the scene, like, come up the scene together or whatever, and a legit fucking tag team on the roster, and you fucking release them for no reason.
I didn't use them right anyway.
They didn't. I would like for Raquel to win, but even though they haven't been building her up nicely, I'm probably going to pick Becky, mainly because I say Becky tries to cash in at SummerSlam, let's say, and she ends up losing in 28 seconds to Bianca like they did.
Oh, shit.
Her dirty. So I'm going to pick Becky just because she's going to fail.
Nice.
Which I hate. Wow, so like Becky loses, right, the Raw Women's Championship to Bianca. She says she's supposed to be on this downward spiral ever since. She lost like one match on this downward spiral. So it's like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid.
Bro, that's a downward spiral for her, man. Okay.
Well, that's all it took for Ronda. She loses one match and then she's gone and she's all easy fit.
Bailey, please save us at SummerSlam. That's all I'm going to say.
When she come back?
Hopefully fucking SummerSlam. That's what... I think it was... We talked about it a few weeks ago. I think SummerSlam makes it a year since she was gone, I think. Is that what it was?
What did she do?
She tore ACL.
A year though?
I mean, also, what are you going to bring her back to do?
That's true. She's always like milking it. She's probably been fine for like 3 months.
Like fucking, this is the time to bring her back. Charlotte's fucking hurt or whatever. You have no one else. Ronda's the fucking champion. Have Ronda beat whoever the fuck at.
Okay, what is it possible that Bailey comes in and is the final entrant or whatever on the Women's Money in the Bank and wins it?
They don't have a vacant graphic.
Yeah,
in that
and
one.
Okay.
And it's 7. They have 7 people listed here for the women's, and they have technically 7, but they have a to be determined in the men's. But it's still 7 people.
Yeah. So
I think Money in the Bank used to be 6, or was it always 7?
There used to be 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I think that it was
so the 7th spot on the men's is to be determined.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's the Kevin Owens Ezekiel spot.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Or was supposed to be.
True. Bailey was injured July 9th, 2021. Ish. Around that time. So she's injured July. So she's coming up on a year of that she's been injured. So I don't think I would give Bailey SummerSlam. We can talk about SummerSlam later, but I don't think I would give Bailey the match at SummerSlam. I think I would have her beat the fuck out of Ronda at SummerSlam. Like, Ronda has a match, and then she beats the fuck out of Ronda. But also, if she's come back and has a fucking match with Ronda and beats the fuck out of Ronda at SummerSlam and takes the title away, and we never see Ronda again, I'm okay with that too.
Well, when Ronda loses, you won't see her again because she'll get
And then, moving on, we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus versus Omos versus Sami Zayn versus Riddle versus to be determined. This is literally 2 people to me.
Justin's gonna pick the to be determined.
He nodded, so I'm typing it in. I'm just kidding.
No, you.
That's because Dustin thinks it's gonna be. Dustin thinks it's gonna be Cody.
Seth Rollins, bro. If it was fucking Cody, Seth Rollins, Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Omos.
Oh, you can stop. You can stop right there.
Sami and Riddle, and to be determined.
So we're basically picking Drew or Seth.
No, those aren't the 2. No, we're picking between Seth and Riddle.
Joey's like, I want to pick. Omos.
I would like Riddle would be the one I would want to win.
If Omos wins this match, I
like this.
might jump off my roof again.
Again?
In my opinion, I think we're looking at Seth or Riddle.
I would watch it. I would root for Riddle as I watch the match.
Riddle's already had a match against Roman and lost, correct?
Yes. We know you ain't gonna watch it, Joey, so
True.
quit fucking lying.
Oh, this one's on Peacock, $5. You can watch it. This one's easy to watch. Yeah, who guys got?
I'll take Seth.
Yeah, fuck that up. Okay, Dustin's got Seth. Joey's got Seth. I'm gonna take
Almost.
Seth.
Seth.
Huh?
Seth.
Okay. Well, that pick doesn't fucking matter either. Literally, the only picks we have different is I picked Asuka, Dustin picked Raquel. Joey and AJ have the exact same picks. Oh, time for Money in the Bank. Men's Money in the Bank. What are we looking at? I'll start us off, and I'll say... First number popped in my head. I'll say 35.
You cunt.
$28.
Joey, fuck you.
The funny thing just kept it going until like 35 minutes. They just get cut. The 28 minutes get cut. Dustin?
Low ball. I'm gonna go 25.
Dustin's that guy.
He is that guy.
I'm gonna pick the lowest.
Right under.
Yeah. AJ?
I'm gonna do 33.
33. Go for the over. Here we go, boys. Well, that was fun and took us literally
the time
13 minutes, maybe, if even that.
It's still too much time.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Golly. It's just hilarious to me how you look at these other cards, these Dominion and Forbidden Door. Oh, here's 10 matches, 9 matches, whatever, and it's like, hey, here's 6 kind of meh matches that you're probably not going to care about. Hey, WWE at its finest, baby, right?
Yep.
right.
Is who's the Intercontinental Champion right now?
Gunther.
Unta.
And they couldn't even put him like Money in the Bank. Little Naki. Not even in Money in the Bank.
Well, we still have a spot open, so.
And that's not going to be
Shut up, Dustin.
the Kevin Owens and Ezekiel.
We don't know. Whatever happens tomorrow night on SmackDown. But those are also 2 Raw superstars. Which also hasn't meant a lot the last couple months, so. Yeah. I don't think it matters who it is. But yeah, again, Walter not having a spot on the card to defend his title, which, I mean, who the fuck is going to defend it against? I mean, what are we doing here?
Do it against Ricochet for the third time.
Why is Ricochet not in the Money in the Bank? Like,
That's-
you can have him do stuff.
It's a fantastic question, too.
Why aren't you in the Money in the Bank? How about that?
You old
Yeah.
bitch.
Alright, we got anything else?
I don't like heights. I don't like heights.
Joey's like, I'm gonna break my hip.
I get on like the third rung of the ladder. I'm like, whoa. I come back down.
Joey goes underneath the ring to get his ladder out. It's just he pulls out a fucking like step ladder, just starts hitting people with it.
He did that with Hornswoggle.
Get one of those little clamps.
No, they're like the
you
same
use
height.
to, change light bulbs. Reach up and take the belt down of that.
Oh. Hold on one second. Alright, you guys got anything else? Is that it for this week?
Nope.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
I think we covered
still did.
everything.
Exciting times as we get closer to literally nothing happening. We got Money in the Bank this week. Is SummerSlam the next
Saturday.
big pay-per-view? Oh, is it Saturday? Is the show
It's
Saturday?
on Saturday, yeah.
Oh, I need to correct the date.
Oh, that's in Nashville, ain't it?
No.
SummerSlam is.
SummerSlam.
Yeah,
Okay.
SummerSlam is. Yeah.
SummerSlam is.
You'll be there, right, Joey?
No, it's outdoors with this heat wave we've had. No,
Oh yeah.
not doing it.
But I see somebody's in Nashville right now. Like, I know people that are in Nashville right now at a concert in the stadium. There is no band on this planet. I like music a lot. I paid $200 for tickets for VIP tickets to a concert in September. There is no band on this planet I like enough to sit out in this heat at a concert. And it was still sunlight in the pictures when the people were playing on stage, and I'm like, no, not doing it.
Yeah,
Joey would smell like fried bacon out there.
yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
know-
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's it for us this week. Shorter episode, I feel like, because AJ was disappointed with Forbidden Door, right?
Absolutely not.
Still upset.
How many
Forbidden.
stickers do you give away at the show?
I didn't get no stickers, motherfucker.
Blake, you didn't mail them to him?
That's Dustin's job.
They got lost in the package where I sent him the
They got stuck in,
Memphis.
yeah, Memphis.
Even though this time it wasn't Memphis, it was Chicago post office that fucked it up. All right, well, that's it for us. We will see you guys next week, I'm assuming, to talk about the fantastic and amazing, wonderful pay-per-view that is going to be... Oh, premium live event, not pay-per-view. That is going to be Money in the Bank 2022. I'm sure it'll be cool, maybe. Somebody will jump off of the ladder, you know?
A lot of times, the ones you think are going to suck are the ones that actually are pretty good.
Was it Hell in a Cell like that?
There was
Well,
one recently that...
Yeah, I think it was... I think it was Hell in a Cell, maybe.
No, it wasn't Hell in the Cell.
Was it Backlash?
Yeah, it was Backlash.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, we had one recently that wasn't awful. Like, we thought going into it was going to be fucking shit, and then it was actually okay. So,
Yeah.
maybe. But also at this point, aren't we to the point to where we think every WWE premium live event is going to be dog shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's only up for them at this point, so... But, as I've tried to...
Finally, it's gonna be Vince coming out.
Yeah, he's going to make an appearance. Are we taking an Vince appearance bonus question? Yes or no?
He's not going to be there.
He's been at fucking every other show since all this shit came out about him, so I don't see why not.
I mean,
Fucking Vince is to be determined. Vince is the seventh
Yeah.
member. And he's going to come out and he's going to fucking grab that briefcase and he's going to take the titles off of Roman.
I mean, might as well.
Okay, for the third time, I'm closing this shit out. We are done. We will see you guys next week. You guys got anything before we close out?
Nope.
Alright, we'll see you guys later. Make sure to hit the right button.